Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I thought today, rather than talking about all the cool things that we're doing, because there's plenty of data and plenty of information on that, I thought I'd like to talk about how we got here, at least from our perspective. The real reason that we see this from our perspective is the core values the power company had of vision, leadership, and trust. I, like many people, have a distrust for some large corporations. Even though it is short-sighted, and a short-sighted view, it seems that many companies care more about the stock prices than they do enhancing the lives of their customers. That is not the case with Alabama Power. What you see here in the smart neighborhood is evident of that. However, over the years, the bureaucracy of such a large company has allowed some good ideas to die on the vine because the various departments might be somewhat myopic with their department. I know that's probably not true with any of you folks here, but the status quo have been well protected. Not now. When our marketing rep, Chad Garrison, called me about creating a radically different idea, I must say I was somewhat skeptical. I began working with Todd Roth, who explained the vision. They were involving numerous other companies in making the smart neighborhood a true game changer. It was intriguing. Vision is discussed in our society a lot, but vision must have clarity for others to follow. Let me repeat that. Vision without clarity is worthless. I clearly understood the vision. Over the years, we have tried to create high-energy, efficient homes. It's hard to do. We've made great progress, but the standards they wanted to accomplish in this neighborhood was way beyond our abilities. For those who understand it, they wanted a mid-40s HERS rating, which I thought was impossible, but in fact, we've accomplished that. I openly shared my concern about the bureaucracy with Todd. He assured me he would make sure that didn't happen. He convinced me by saying, "Do you want to be a disruptor and change the future of home building?" I thought, yeah, we do. That's a pretty cool thought process. Todd was my leader through the entire process. I trusted him with what he said at first, and over time, the trust only got greater. We were assigned two gentlemen, Sean Ritchie and Jim Goolsby. Sean knows more about HVAC than anybody I know. He hired consulting companies to design the system and create plans that our vendors could actually understand. Jim was the field guy that stayed with us to train our vendors on how to execute. They were terrific. They clearly understand how to get the job done. Todd told me about the microgrid, as you see here. At the time he talked to us, the land wasn't purchased, the zoning wasn't done, the approvals wasn't done, and I just kind of snickered when he said we were going to have it online. I went, okay, here it is. There are numerous other vendors involved in this proposition. Large corporations with their own levels of bureaucracy, and at the beginning we were concerned about having endless meetings with companies and trying to understand what everybody was doing. Not so. The only people we talked to were Sean and to Jim. A few months ago, we had dinner with the people at the power company involved in the project. There were probably 30 people or so at that dinner. When I met each one, I would ask one question: what's your role in this deal? Wow. Don't ever ask an engineer what their role is. They would tell me. I had no idea what they were talking about, but what was so interesting is the passion in which all of these folks were passionate about this project and what they were doing. What I learned there was this was not a few people trying to do something cool. I had no idea the magnitude of this when we first started. But what I saw was interdepartment workings. What I saw was a great group of a large number of people accomplishing a single project. Absolutely no bureaucracy. Wow. I learned several things. Power company had a vision that everybody understood. They exhibited the leadership that achieved the vision by simply doing what they said they would do. Trust, while hard to earn, is simply doing what you say they will do. They earned our trust. They truly acted as a team. We never felt like we were dealing with a huge corporation. We never felt like we were dealing with people who genuinely cared about getting the job done, and that's all they wanted to do. I learned a valuable lesson for our company being exposed to this project. We have worked diligently to clarify our vision with simpler parameters. I know in the audience there's a lot of suits and there's a lot of politicians. And what I would suggest to you, like us, we learn from the power company. I would suggest that if you want to understand how to create a complex subject, and this is complex, I have no concept what this is about, but I know from our perspective the complexity of getting to a 45 HERS rating was imaginable. They're a great place to go to. I'd like to compliment the senior management of Alabama Power and the Southern Company for a culture of entrepreneurship and committing the financial resources to make that happen. I'd like to personally thank Chad Garrison, who's back here, who has been our rep for a long time, and he's always there when we need him. For Todd Roth, for his excellent leadership. Sean Ritchie, for his knowledge and being genuinely a nice guy. And Jim Gouldsby, for making the job easy and staying calm and nice when we ran into problems. Congratulations to Alabama Power for executing the core values of vision, leadership, and trust. What you see before you, the microgrid, and more importantly, this is the engineer stuff. More importantly, the 62 homeowners in rentals whose lives have truly been enhanced by what the power company has done. Congratulations. We take great pride and thank the power company for trusting us to perform our part. We genuinely like being a disruptor of the status quo. Thank you.